Alrighty, hello, every folks. So, yeah, the other run's just getting abandoned. That thing was basically face planting right from the get-go. So okay, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So, Long War of the Chosen. What is this thing? Basically, well, Long War 2 was most certainly a mod, but the thing was, like, regular XCOM 2 doesn't run terribly well, and on top of that, it's I mean, if you've got like a freaking supercomputer, it's fine. It doesn't matter. But for folks on a lower end computer like I am, it typically didn't run very well. On top of that, I don't know, it was just kind of depressing and boring, to be totally honest. And then War of the Chosen happened, and then yeah, stuff got amazing, and then somebody ported Long War onto this, which original Long War 2. No, personally, like I enjoy watching runs of it, but personally, I just found it just way too dry and boring. So, Long War of the Chosen, it's way more chaotic and random and whatever else. We're just gonna do this on hard mode. Basically, this is the standard hard mode. Legend is just add health to everything and make everything slower. I think we'll be okay like this. Now, advanced options. Dark effects are permanent. Sure. Not going to turn on Vantage. Actually, wait a minute. You're not supposed to turn on any of these, right? Actually, wait. No. Mission timers. We'll go ahead and double that. Double avatar, sure, and then balance that with permanent dark events. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll leave this to be random and proceed on. So, as far as stuff that's Long Woe of the Chosen ends up adding and whatever else, and we're going to do this Ironman. It says not to do it Ironman. We're going to do it Ironman. But again, it just makes the entire game a bit longer. Adds a ton of different skills, classes, whatever else. I'm going to skip all this stuff this time. It kind of advised to do that for some reason. But either way, while this loads, hang on, I just heard noise in the background. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the delay, stuff happened in the background. Alright, onwards. So anyway, like I was saying, Long War of the Chosen basically adds and changes a bunch of things to War of the Chosen. It basically keeps all of the stuff that thing adds in, with all the spies and all the friggin' 3 nemesis chasing you around and all that kind of business. But basically gives you a bigger party size, ton of different stuff to mess around with, as well as a very, very different campaign progression. So we're going to see how this performs first of all.
Closing on target position now.
Alright, so first guy here, we got Mr. Mace. That's from Avalon. I don't remember if anyone here was here when I did the videos for Avalon there. It's this old DOS game from forever ago. It's pretty darn dandy. Definitely one of those ones that I played a ton of growing up and had some amazing music. Gonna take a few dashing moves. This is a terrible idea for Gatecrasher here. You actually start off with double your normal party size. It's pretty ridiculous. Exile, coming in as... is he actually a Reaper this time? Yes. Or not a Reaper, but a Skirmisher. For some reason this guy always comes in as a Skirmisher. I suppose I made him one in the character pool, didn't I? Yeah, this guy basically carried my first Long War campaign. Or not Long War, but first War of the Chosen campaign. It's actually funny considering that they have SMGs in the game already, that they didn't just make those SMGs the standard SMGs for the game, because you do have SMGs that are added in. There's actually a few different weapon types that are added for Long War. Right, we got Solid Snake here, we got 9 Ball over here. Nice thing about having a double-sized team is that you can just kind of have them everywhere. Don't ask why 9 Ball has a female voice, it just kind of... something broke, but whatever. And the Operator from AC3. Barry Burton, because why not? And lastly, we got Apple Boy. See, there we go. If Annihilator shows up, you got your Armored Core after all. They're just out of their ACs. Alright, now, in terms of stuff that can go wrong, like, this basically takes it up to 11. So the thing with War of the Chosen, it ends up adding a whole bunch of different events that can happen, which those are fairly well interesting. Then this one takes it even farther, because obviously we're playing with permanent events. They don't disappear after a month. I believe they actually were semi-permanent. Actually, I believe the way that it works in Long War is that they are permanent until you take back that region. So in this case, they're just permanent. I think. Not entirely sure how that's going to pan out. We shall see. That guy originally had a cape, but it's fine. Some of my mods are in a weird order right now. Alright, I think you might have just seen the first group. So, this first mission is pretty much the only one that's going to give you any semblance of resources for a very long time. Essentially, the way that Long War 2 works is it's a much scrappier affair than the vanilla game, in which you basically have to beg for scraps in terms of your research. So this first one, whatever enemies you run into, that's just the researches you start off with. It's semi-randomized, so you basically just branch off and see what kind of stuff you can get. The tech tree is quite a bit more expansive than the original as well, meaning that there's a whole lot of stuff that you need to be looking for. But yeah, like I said, most missions require you to run away, so in most cases you don't actually get anything unless you pick them up and drag them back to base. So yeah, most of it will come in the form of rewards. In most cases they're just smash and grabs. You go in, you get a little bit of information on something or other. It's supply raids and I believe terror missions that mostly give you the big dumps of research. But actually pulling those off is pretty intense. Like, the last campaign that I had, completely squad wiped with a very, very good team to the very first raid that was marked as being very easy. And then I get there and it's like 8 versus 60 or some crap like that. And yeah, the amount of enemies can get pretty intense. Everybody's on what's generally referred to as yellow alert whenever moving around. So whenever you break concealment, the entire map will just suddenly be on like full-blown murder mode. So they won't have to, like, normally the way it would work is you encounter them, and then they're like, okay, everyone's attacking now. You know, everyone goes and scatters, and then you get a turn to respond. In this case, it's more along the lines of like you encounter them, and it's just go time for the entire map. Everybody else that runs into you, they will already be considered active. They'll attack if they can. You know, they'll do whatever they can. So once you break concealment, stuff goes a bit nutso. All right. So why we go here? So what we're gonna want to do. They somewhat know where you are, like they can vaguely hear where you are, and will start scattering towards that direction. What we want to do is take the high ground here. Essentially get all 8 people surrounding them from as high as we can, and just try to take out as many as possible with one thing. I may notice a few new ability icons down here. You get things, you basically get different kind of preparation abilities, so those are handy, as well as the fact that everybody comes in with a second item slot. Not to mention you have access to a whole lot of different stuff in that same vein as well. I'm going to leave him here. He's probably going to get patrolled into. You are going to go over here. This is a relatively safe spot.
On the move.
Now, as far as different enemy types, they've got a whole bunch of different specialists. So over there, they got a grenadier. They got a what is that guy? The blue guys are the sentinel reaction guys. Those guys suck to fight. The drones can knock people unconscious. The leaders and troopers do what they usually do. This guy, what is he? I think it's F1 to know what people do. Let me see what that guy is. Okay, engineers. So, well, no, the engineers are the grenadier guys. What is the green guy? What do the gunners do? I think the gunners suppress. Either have suppression or demolition. These guys will just have a flashbang for the time being. A little later, or actually, wait, do they have the fire grenade at this point? I don't even know. I have no friggin' idea. Alright, that guy's gonna break concealment if anything happens. You're gonna steady. Oh crap, I forgot that reveals. Well, we're dead. That's a fail, right? Yeah, no, I forgot that's a thing. Should have known. Definitely should have known on that one. That's fine, we have options. First of all, we can have some easy flanks right here.
I'm on it.
Second of all, we've got grenades, flashbangs all over the dang place. We can probably... We'll see. First off, 92% on this guy. Engineer guy isn't as much of a priority right now.
Heading there now.
Alright. His aim sucks, but they've each got a flashbang here. Can't quite reach. Alright, he's gonna start blowing this thing up. So just like X Division, definitely a very big preference towards a whole lot of aggression at one time. What's your throw range like? Alright, if he moves up to here, I don't know if he gets flanked. Same move you here. Each of them can vaguely take about one shot. Now, as far as removing cover, they're also far less reliable as far as that goes. Somehow you can make that shot, whatever. Not gonna question it. It says he can get flashbang to a rooftop. I don't care. It happened. It's all good. Moving on.
Heading out.
Alright. This guy's got a good shot. He also has a guarantee. Wait, right. There's actually no guarantee if he throws this that it'll do anything useful. Well, I suppose it's better to test it now rather than later. Let's find the magic tile. There we go.
Ready for a surprise.
And it did nothing. Okay, never mind. That was a bad idea. Alright. Actually, I probably should have gone for the gunner with that. Whatever, he's got moves. So he's going to leave himself flanked. He's got a bit more health than everybody else. As you can see, they've got ablative. Basically, that's their armor that can get blown off.
Moving to designated position.
Right. I'll just have you watch. Yeah, this is about as bad as starts can go, to be honest.
Looks like something.
Oh, perfect.
Target disabled.
I mean, just expect stuff to go badly. Well, there goes 9 ball. We'll see if that's a hit. No, he's out of commission for 2 rounds. They can't hit an unconscious guy, apparently. Okay. Alright, not gonna question that. Okay, perfect. See, the stupid part is, I literally just found out about this a little bit ago. Like, as far as them actually getting, Oh, there's one of the blue guys. Those are scary. So he gets a free Overwatch now. But basically, I knew about this whole situation when it came to the steadying actually triggering them. Because the whole plan was to put everybody on the rooftop, you have one person attack, everybody else gets their free attacks, and then they take their turn. But, you know. We lost somebody, it'll happen. Let it ride rules for all of this. Right. Can't quite move, but he can maybe snipe a little bit of damage off this thing. Because I want to keep him back here. Don't exactly want to play that card just yet. Yeah, those things are hard to hit, they're hard to deal with, and they're absolutely everywhere. Get out of here. Come on, 80, 80, 70 missed. We're having another one of those days, aren't we? And rolled low, so did next to nothing. Alright.
Running dry.
Now, I don't know if he can steady and fire. Like, it doesn't tell me if that ends the turn. Alright, whatever, just roll it. Maybe he'll get the 5. Nope.
Hit the armor.
Alright. and all his other options suck. So he's basically going to go for this guy because if he hits him, yeah, that's one of their scariest guys there. Because pretty much no matter what, they're just going to... Actually, wait. Yeah, no, that was Sentry. They will basically just sit there and camp forever. He's getting free overshots, free Overwatch shots all the time. Puts him in a bad position, sure, but he's at a higher elevation, so they're less likely to hit him. Very good. Wait, what? How exactly did that hit? They have more range than I thought. Ugh. Yeah, he's dead. Welp. Good start. More than likely this is going to be a wipe and we're going to get a chance to start over. Why not? You live, you learn. You don't start an ambush with a completely harmless ability. Come to think of it, I wonder if this comes with a... No, it doesn't come with a restart ability.
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now.
Blah. Okay. Can that thing die now? Yes, okay.
Impressed yet?
Should have been long dead, but whatever.
Gonna need to reload soon.
Details. So you can't reach that far.
Frag out.
Interesting pose he's got there. He's basically going for guaranteed damage on that guy so he can hopefully get finished off. Okay. So we got this one over here. Now, I can't quite get rid of the zombie, but you can disorientate it. And that'll buy a little time, and we can actually move around.
Rock and roll. On Overwatch.
Gonna set and watch. And we need to do something threatening here, so he's gonna go over here and flank him.
10-4.
Oh, holy crap, this guy's got movement. They've got somewhat randomized stats in terms of their movement, you know, accuracy, health, all that kind of business.
Ready to rock.
That'll work.
Fire in the hole.
Nice, okay. It's something. So I think they have a chance to blow up anything. They have a chance to also do absolutely nothing. I want to say their terrain damage is random. Couldn't tell you for sure. Because that isn't the first time that they've just gone and gotten it on the first try when the other two did nothing.
I'm all right.
They also might just not burn. Or maybe that's another set chance effect, who knows. This mod is mysterious. I mean, same rule applies as before. Like, if this happens, it happens, but realistically, I don't expect anything to be going well on this run. But yeah, the blue guys are always going to be the priority, though. Boo.
Shot wide.
Boo.
No, please, no!
Right, he should be able to beat Flashbang, though. Should get him back into commission here. Guy's still bleeding out, not dead. So if by some bizarre miracle we can pull this off, it's an option. You've got an FB right here.
Better close your eyes.
As much as the flank would be nice, it's not really... Okay, he's already disoriented, so it's not going to matter. What about you? What's your deal? Super rescue move to finish him off. Do it. Worst case scenario, we wipe and get to start over.
Target neutralized. Gonna need a reload soon.
Right. That's a long-range shot and crappy cover.
Moving out.
So naturally we're going to go for it. Hi there, Regdrin. Hope the dice go in your favor. Yeah, not going so hot so far, but that was largely not as much, not as much because of dice, as much as the fact that apparently steady gun triggers concealment turn off. Let's see, remember to aim for the weak spots, into a barrel roll, and build 4 farms and a barracks. I'm surprised you play AoE too. Find rope to move from building to building to save Master Splinter and other generic video game tips. Also, no, it's at this point it's you gotta build all your farms, you gotta build them in a proper circle. You gotta make sure you do those farms right. You gotta save on that movement efficiency and whatever. And yes, I realized the dumb thing I said. Hush. But anyways, yeah, this mod is pretty brutal, but there was really no excuse for this to start off as bad as it did. Alright, so that'll pressure Mr. Sectoid over there.
This is for you.
There is a very, very, very small chance that we can potentially save our dude. Yeah, go for the flank. And that basically just involves going ridiculously aggressive and either wiping or saving Exile. Come on, roll that 34%. RNG, you owe me! Alright. Okay, well, I mean, fair. At least he rolled a graze. It's something. I liked TMNT on NES came out in like 1988. Nobody's ever called on a colonial until today. With See, but I'm not afraid of her. Both buildings have ground floor entrances. You do not need rope to move around from building to building. You can use the sidewalk. Do you though? Do you really? Alright, we can call the evacuation here. Which, funnily enough, you can actually do with him right there.
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed.
Although, yeah, it won't actually do anything for several turns, so unless this is all the enemies and by some bizarre miracle we manage to beat all of them in just a single fell swoop, he dead.
Moving to position.
At least, yeah, unlike vanilla XCOM, if you're in close range, you get really good bonuses. Meaning that you don't, like, suddenly twitch and miss somebody that's a foot away. Yeah, everything he does is flanked. I guess go here. Probably should have gone for the one right next to it. Funnily enough, in terms of the whole using rope to go from building to building, our one character that used rope to go from building to building is currently bleeding out over there. What can you do, right? Alright, so how many units do we have? We have 2 that can actually flank in and aggressively murderize these 2, I hope. Which basically leaves it up to a dice roll and hoping that nobody else is on that. Alright, good.
No longer a threat.
There's 1 good dice roll.
I'm out of firepower. Moving to designated coordinates.
I think he should be able to guarantee that this one's a goner.
Grenade!
Perfect. Basically, there's 3 shots here. They're going to be pretty much left, right in the open. If we get some 40%, if we get like 2 40% in a row, then... Or hell, if one of them just rolls high and actually manages to hit, or, you know, it's going to graze. Come on. You just need 1 shot now. 47%, you can do it. Come on. Just, it's a coin flip. You gotta win the coin flip. 61%, surely you can do it. You gotta be kidding me! So we're gonna lose the skirmisher in the very first one, due to just bad RNG. Repeated bad RNG. Alright, and another one's bleeding out. Remember getting lost in the Technodrome so much and dying to spikes over and over? So you also call out every 6-year-old who grew up thinking the electrified seaweed was the worst part of the Ninja Turtle game. It's not. Inside the Technodrome is so much worse. Dang. Funnily enough, I had a toy of the Technodrome. That's a giant ball thing, isn't it? It's like I actually had a model of the thing I found at a dollar store. Not a dollar store, but like a cheapo friggin' place. Wow. Is everyone with bullets is out of... jeez. So everyone had to reload at the same time. And a second graze. Please explain to me how the guy with a giant frickin' minigun is somehow dodging bullets. Repeatedly. Probably could Overwatch here to force him to do something. Ah, jeez.
On your order.
Dang it. Hold on. Get rid of that guy. Sorry for the people spamming stuff. No, I don't know why there's so many of them that seem to come in. Just seems to happen all the dang time. Alright, 50%. And misses.
Not good. My weapons spent affirmative. Covering now.
Well, I mean, at least he's out of bullets. That's something. He's gonna still get a chance to fire. And he's dead. Because his shots don't miss. Alright.
No problem, boss.
Alright, so how many 70% are we going to miss in a row now? So far our record is 3 70 to 80%. Alright.
You know that was good.
And yeah, that's the end there.
Area secured.
So we would have saved 3 additional units if that had gone better. If just one of those 60 or 50% had rolled, or one of those 70 or 80% earlier. Alright, so we'll take a picture here. We got Snake stabbing somebody. Seems legit. We got a Apple Boy staring at somebody. We got I think we're just gonna, yeah, you know what? Got Mr. Albert over here trying to punch out the assassin, who was apparently off in the background somewhere. Then Mace just sitting here. That works. Best feature of this thing.
I would like to assure the citizens of Patville that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
Alrighty. Now, I'm assuming it's inevitable here, so do you guys want to see TMNT at some point? Like, just do that on Tuesday or something? Gonna give this guy a poster. Only because this guy ended up carrying my my first campaign through War of the Chosen. And died on the friggin' first mission this time around. Alright, so here's what's different about the skill system. Basically, you got a big old mess of trees and perks and whatever else. So okay, he became a... what did he even become? He became a specialist. I don't know the long war classes, by the way. Stuff's really weird. He became a technical. That's perfect. Basically, flamethrower and rocketeer guy. Also, these guys are in the wrong slots for some reason. Let's see, Appleboy became an assault. And the guy that's in the wrong slot over here became a rifleman, apparently. Okay. So, stuff that we got this time. So, alloys, that'll be for researching armors and different materials. Lyrium, that's for basically anything psionic or energy related. Supplies are just money. Trooper corpses, that's just going to be armor research. Drone wrecks, probably going to be, I'd assume, robot improvements, and then officer thingy, I assume for plot reasons. But these guys became friends. Sure. And yet another poster. It's too good, yes. Let's see. Remember how much you suffered through Godzilla 2 War of the Monsters, so I'm not sure. Ah, whatever. It's fun. Let's see, if you do TMNT, though, you need to do TMNT 2 Turtles in Time and the Manhattan Project. I think TMNT qualifies as niche. I'll go for whatever's recommended. Let's see, didn't the SNES version of the arcade game include a special Pizza Hut level where the Pizza Hut polar bear tried to beat you up and there were Pizza Hut signs everywhere? Are you doing crack again? Let's see. Okay. So let's see who we actually have on the roster this time. Alright, this is one of my randos from an earlier campaign that I can't seem to delete. So we've got some Phantasy Star 4 characters, we've got some FFT characters, we've got some Armored Core as we do, got some X Division people. Detective Heart of America, which it's funny, he actually spawned in place of the dude with the resistance armor.
Commander to the research.
It actually ends up looking pretty good. Alright, she got injured, but what's her promotion looking like? Sharpshooter? Okay. Well. Now, if you're worried that it's going to be, you know, an A-team situation, and if you have a character in this that are not going to show up for a while, you need, like, 4 friggin' squads going off doing different stuff at different times. Alright. So communications, modular, experimental, basic. I must want to say that we want to start off with basic. I mean, this will be 6 days. We're going to start off with this, and then probably do basic basic research to speed feature research up. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Stuff and things? Okay, we need an advisor. Can't stick a wounded person in there. Looks like King Albert needs to be there. Alright, so most of them are on intel duty. I have 1 on recruit, 5 on intel. That sounds right, based off absolutely nothing. And engineering-wise, let's see what's available.
Commander?
Yeah, the spy ring. So we can't even clear any of this out yet. You need your starting engineer for that.
Commander.
Yes, yes, yes. Dude guy needs to look intimidating. Interestingly, start off with Black Market this time. Oh, interesting.
Slowly we are free, and all who see their bonds broken are driven to fight the elders with a
Alright, that's going to be back in 12 days. So as soon as this thing's built, they can recruit an engineer.
we will destroy all that the elders value.
It's a good one to start off with.
No new supplies coming in.
Yes, 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 we're broke. Hush you.
Replenishing our resources.
Market is open.
Can we buy anything? Oh, we can just buy an engineer. Okay. I don't know why he spawned in like this, because that's actually not what he's supposed to look like, but whatever. There we go. That's more like it. Or we can get get a grenadier. I don't know why nobody's spawning in looking like they should. Oh well. Actually, no, that's a rando. I thought that was Ashley from Vagrant Story for a second there, but nope. Yep, engineer. Take all of our money. In which case, we can actually start off with 2 of them. The majority of this thing plays kind of like a board game here. So a lot of it does work like standard War of the Chosen. It's mostly the missions that work differently. So get an engineer, cut a construction time in half. That's going to take 5 days now. From there we'll get a second engineer. Essentially have the 2 of them go start clearing stuff out, which will give a decent bit of income, because you basically have a giant money vault sitting on your ship. You just can't quite get there. So you need engineers to get to it. Imagine the black market just having scientists and engineers stored in a bunch of crates. If only. Okay. Extremely light, 33 brain bucks out of it. Hack a station. Well, we have a dude with a drone, so that works. Sure. Now, you can send a team of like 10 people in there, but it's going to take them forever to actually get anything done. So typically you want to do a way smaller team. Oh my god, everything just broke for a second there. Alright, so it's still going to be light. There's going to be 13 to 15 people. Basically, as you're sneaking in, they're going to send more in there. So you can kind of change everyone's loadouts and change the number of people going out there to try and make yourself a little bit more sneaky. So everyone gets SMGs. Also, yes, there's light crossbows in the weapons there. I have Dark Souls weapons, don't question it. Alright. Let's remove you. And then remove you. Still gonna be, unfortunately, a bit of a long time. Alright. Let's do that. Probably remove this. What does that look like? Okay, now it's down to 7 to 9. That's pretty good. I'll probably just leave it like that, because they can do 7 to 9 pretty easily. Oh wait, that's boosted activity. And if we don't boost it, I just gave everyone SMGs. Basically, SMGs are lighter. They mean that you can infiltrate a little bit better. Taking extra items makes it harder to smuggle in. Alright, that looks alright. Team name's Tornado, apparently. Alright. That'll do. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do.
Sky Ranger.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Alright, so yeah, unlike the vanilla game, it takes them a few days to actually get in there. So they're just gonna go do their thing. This thing's built. Thankfully, we got a whole bunch of bonuses to make this go a little bit faster. We can staff one person here to make stuff take less time, so hopefully buying a little bit of time here. as well as sending people out for this.
New tactics to be used against the
Well, we can get a new skirmisher. Don't have anyone that we can send for that.
We will make it so.
Can send 3 rookies out to go find this engineer, though. So you can basically train people while you're not training them. And as per usual, I kind of like doing that whole thing where there's do we have a third member of that team? No? I was gonna say we could have a full Phantasy Star 4 team, but no. I always like side missions.
Will do whatever is needed.
Do not think I could have predicted this.
Okay, so now we can move on the map. Is anything inspired? No. Nothing's inspired, so we're just gonna do basic research. We'll just speed up all research going forward. Yes, we miss out on early game research, but I figure it'll be better in the long run.
Commander, we can now work to establish contact with local resistance
Okay.
groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact,
Do we take Japan? Do we take
the operative signal.
a giant chunk of China? Figure these guys have the robots. We're gonna go here.
Setting course for Sector 14, East Asia. Attempting to establish local regional contact.
Okay, so I get some personnel. Says extremely light.
Setting course for the Arctic territories.
See if a bunch of rookies can handle it. I can get up to 69%. Something nice. Let's... Yeah, we're just gonna give everyone SMGs. I mean, it's decent enough, I guess. Whatever. Leave them with the other stuff just in case they need it. Shine them 4Cs. Right, let's see. Speaking of Fantasy Star 4, current playthrough is almost finished. What do you think of some Shining Force? Yeah, sounds great. I've been catching the Brigandine ones when I can. I'll be honest, no clue what's going on there. But hey, it's fun to watch. So there's that.
Setting course for East Asia.
And then yeah, as far as the whole like Tactics Ogre early game guide thing, I think what I'm going to do is just basically do a video of just stuff you can do in terms of just things you can get away with in Chapter 1. Let's see. 92% infiltrated. Yeah. Do it. But yeah, so the plan is basically to do kind of similar to what I was doing for AC 3 years ago. It was just like, here's ways to get overpowered in Chapter 1. Alright, come on. Load a little faster. Funny part is, if you try to do this as a video, like, the thing will not load for crap. When I tried doing this was it last year or a year before that? God, this has been going on for a while. Yeah, either way, it would just basically get stuck on loading screens constantly. The mod does take a little longer to load, such as just kind of the nature of things. They got their painting of a puppy off in the top corner. Yeah. So if you've played the original game here, you might notice a lot of things are different in terms of the classes. Like they get all kinds of tiny buffs instead of like, oh yeah, they get run and gun now, or they get phantom or whatever else. It's like, no, the dude gets a sawn-off shotgun, or they get a hollow targeter or something like that.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area.
So their end game stuff is way better. Their early game stuff is it depends, but you generally have to plan your approaches a lot more. But like I was saying earlier, you don't actually get to keep most of your stuff for missions, since you're usually doing like a smash and grab. Like right here, we're accessing a computer, and we're running away. So you don't get any drops. So you can't do very much research. You gotta kind of work for your research, as it were. Alright, is this map edge? There might be something hiding there. Also, funnily enough, if you've done the Tactical Legacy Pack stuff, you get maps from the early game, or not from the early game, but from the first game. So you get the graveyard map just worked into the random map generation here. It's kind of neat. Wait, like right here, that guy, with all of his movement, if he were to run up to absolutely any unit that we'll encounter at this point, he can just one-shot him with the double shotty. This is basically 2 shotgun shells at once. That one can hack a drone, so they can shut them down. This guy's just a rookie.
Good to go.
Jim West here is similarly just a rookie. Yeah, drones are dangerous because they're pretty good at sniffing you out. Right, you're gonna go there. Alright, then Apple Boy, we'll just go over here. Now, he actually did get run and gun, funnily enough. I was just saying how you didn't get that. Oh well, we'll just call it I'm dumb and that's it. So the main thing to know about Brigandine is you're trying to build up low-level units in Battlefield, which often has endgame units. It can get complicated. Fair enough. I just mean mostly it's like the way that it's all displayed that constantly messes with my head there. Like, I keep looking at it and I keep expecting that like wiggly soup stuff to be their full movement range, but apparently it's their influence range, and then the tiles... Like, I keep thinking stuff can move where it can't actually move and all that kind of business. Alright, so we are relatively close here. Mr. Mace here, which, funnily enough, got a build that is absolutely perfect for who he's actually based off of. This would be so good, but either way, right here, I'm perfectly fine just starting an encounter without any overwatches or anything. Because this is a scary pod, and he can just delete them, so that's always nice. But basically they get a gauntlet with a rocket launcher and 2 flamethrowers on it. Dang straight they're toast. Drone. Right, no idea where the drone is right now.
Heading out.
I think what we're gonna do is just put everybody in the middle, do the whole Overwatch thing, and hope it somehow works out.
Rolling. Seems doable.
So that's already 3 of the 9 units on this map taken out.
Come get some. On the move.
So that means there's going to be one more pod right next to the computer. There's going to be the 1 drone going around. Those 3 are gone, and then probably they're going to start calling in reinforcements. Like I said earlier, they're all active. So this guy can already summon stuff from way, way, way over there. And reinforcements warning, it's currently green. That means we're probably got about 5 rounds until they get here.
Burning through ammo fast.
I think we can afford to move pretty slow here. The interface is a bit weird. I think it's cleaner in the original game. A bit more cartoony and easier to figure out what. Yeah, I have it on the Vita. I've been meaning to try it lately, but haven't yet.
Come get some. Double time. Whatever you say.
A little bit surprised that the drone actually hasn't come over.
I'm on it. I can handle that.
Okay, so we need Snake getting in there.
Advent forces on the ground. Eyes on the target.
You can actually hack it and we can run away.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
So at this point we can just call the pickup. I just needed to make sure you had line of sight for it. Alright, safe spot should be right here on these stairs. So that'll get here in 5 turns.
Accessing system.
Now I turned down, or rather turned up the number of turns that you're allowed to do each of the things, mostly because sometimes you can get into some pretty interesting situations that you just kind of get douched out of. Like, I've had situations where like a horde of zombies suddenly shows up and you're basically sitting fighting in a building forever, and then you can't get to a computer because you're 2 turns too short. Like, then you get to your choice is either have the fun gunfight situation or, you know, sit and
Successful acquisition of the Advent
just
file.
skip the interesting stuff.
Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area. Orders confirmed. Moving out. Overwatch. No problem, boss.
Well, we're stuck here for 5 turns. There's the drone. Nice! That never happens.
A little off.
In that case, new priority for you. And yeah, pretty much any mission you go on, you're probably going to come back with injuries. So, well, that and the whole fatigue system. Basically, it just means you're not going to be using the same people all the time. You get a lot of rotating teams. I've heard some people say they've got about 12 rotating teams by the end of the game.
Enemies down.
So when it comes to XCOM, I think the flavor of the game's strongest when you're trying to contend with aliens using mostly human weapons. You know they're not as good, but you they're not as good, but you have to make do. Later on, when everyone has plasma, it feels a bit more generic. Yeah, and I think that's what really makes what really makes Xenonauts stand out really well. And actually, it's something that the Long War mods have done a pretty good job of going and putting together. Because usually you have a feeling of stuff being a bit more sensible on all sides, frankly. Alright. We'll have him just take shots at everybody, so that the AI feels a little bit pressured. Yeah, the odds are crazy low, but they might blow something out of the way there. Good.
Taking heavy fire.
What's this guy gonna do?
Some cover.
Oh, gonna flank him.
They got me.
Good. Alright, so he's not even gonna take an injury from that. And since we won't have very many opportunities to show this off, let's go ahead and barbecue a sectoid. So the flamethrower isn't nearly as good as the flamethrower from Enemy Within or anything, but still, it's pretty solid. No, I don't know why he just shot at the ground there. Basically, it turns off all their abilities, sets them on fire, so they're going to take damage over time. It's neat.
Moving to position.
And Papow, you. Shot in the crotch, doesn't seem to care very much.
Power over here.
Suppose we know that for sure. Eh, screw it. Let's see what happens. Despite saying it's a stun and all that kind of business, it's basically a stun in terms of the debuff. It's not really actually capturing them or anything. Oh man, look at this guy's pose. This dude's aiming stylishly. Fantastic. Okay. Mr. West, why don't you take a shot? Worst case scenario, we got a guy with a grenade. Okie doke. Grenade it is. Still better than classic XCOM fire weapons. I mean, where they basically did nothing.
Advent troops here.
Alright, let's see, we got an engineer. Wait, that's not right. It should have been all of them.
I've been down here.
Alright, that guy's dead next round, so we don't have to worry about him. Unless he hunkers, which he's not going to. Perfect. Let's see. Might be able to get a good barbecue off right here, because he's technically counted as being in the open.
Seems doable.
And yeah, no, I'm taking some risky as crap moves here.
Firing
But yeah, that should be guaranteed. Could go for the engineer, but that guy's gonna probably flashbang. Alright, what else we got here? Yeah, go for it. Perfect.
Hostile target down. Anchored. Good to go.
So he's gonna reload and actually protect himself, or actually no, protect Maze. They don't know that he's there, so they probably won't attack him. And they're probably gonna have some help showing up soon, though. So we're gonna want to set an Overwatch trap. Once this turns red, that means they're showing up next round. And as it stands, we're doing alright. Now, compared to regular, or not regular, but original XCOM Long War, you don't have, I don't think you have long rifles.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So I think you just have your basic rifles there. You basically had a type of rifle that'll give you 1 extra damage, but it ruined your mobility. Or battle rifles, I think they called them. But I think it's largely because instead of light assault rifles that you typically ran through the game, you kind of just started off with better rifles in this game. Nice. That's going suspiciously well. And they even missed? Man.
That all you got?
Alright, what is this guy covered by? Why don't you run over here? Pop this guy in the back of the noggin if you could. 95%. The lady over there is traumatized for life.
Gonna need to reload soon. Let's rock. Affirmative. Covering now. On your order. On Overwatch. Reloaded. Come get some.
Now, while I don't expect that they're actually going to do anything before we manage to get out of here, because we've got 2 turns,
Ready to
we're probably going to at least see them before we leave.
Position confirmed.
So,
Ready to rock.
you know, reloads and things.
I can handle that.
Okay, whatever we get. Come on, give me a core, and no, it's a scope. Oh, I should probably also mention the different parts for the guns that you get. they're not nearly as good. Like, I think the scopes are maybe 2% extra aim or something instead of 5, 10, or 15. But hey, you know, they still do their thing. Repeaters, I believe, are changed to silencers, so they just make you better at sneaking. And what else? I think the stocks still do what they always did.
On Overwatch.
As the stocks weren't necessarily that OP. Like, I mean, it's guaranteed damage in an XCOM game, fair, but still. Alright, perfect. I guess we don't even see them.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
Stuff rarely goes this smoothly. Only had one person who took all their shots on their armor, so... dandy. Getting out of here with no injuries. Everyone's probably going to be a little bit tired, but oh well.
Affirmative. Moving out. I'm going. Heading home. Heading home.
Like, you can probably see what I mean, though, by just War of the Chosen ended up adding a lot of things that made Long War 2 a lot more palatable. Just the extra enemy types, the extra kind of stuff going on that means that you can build up different resources while, you know, while doing the usual Long War 2 thing. It just feels so much better in Long War of the Chosen, I think. Like, obviously it's going to vary for people, but I feel like it's that way. Apple Boy doing the John Cena over here. Oh, jeez. Friggin' Armor Core 5 or Verdict Day protagonist just doing war crimes over here. Whatever, that'll work. I usually just randomize it until something fun happens. Alright, one quick sec. Be right back.
By the reckless actions of a few misguided dissidents today. We stand with the elders, trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Well done, Commander. It's always good for morale when we ace a mission like that.
And back once again. Alright, let's see. I feel like Trump Test for Life is the default state of XCOM operatives. Fair. Definitely fair there. Yeah, especially back in like UFO defense. Like, oh yeah, it took one step out of the Sky Ranger, friggin' 11 people died because one of them panicked and fired a rocket launcher at his feet. Always fun. Always fun. Also, I don't know what's going on here. These two are just permanently switching spots. Everyone else is perfectly fine. I can't even think of a mod that would do this. It's just like these two are apparently such good friends that they just switch spots constantly. Whatever. Alright, we got one core, we got one scope, good deal.
Getting thin on manpower.
Yes, 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 everyone's tired and broken and dead, I got it. I know. Default state of XCOM and all that. Yeah, for those that didn't know, by the way, fun thing with all the photo booth stuff is that your pictures will, like, all your pictures of your units will show up all over the dang place, including a bunch of ones, like, for example, all your propaganda stuff will show up at the bar. Alright, let's see. We got Slug. So Slug is basically use 2 ammo to turn your shotgun into a rifle for 1 attack. You got Electric Shock, Arc Thrower disorientates enemies when it misses, so basically a very effective shutdown. We got Lightning Reflexes, which have a significantly reduced chance to hit. You can actually go back and buy these with your Soldier AP or XCOM AP, which you get XCOM AP every time that you end up doing something tricky, like you have them take a flank shot, or they end up getting some lucky thing, or they end up dodging something in some cases, I think, or you have them attack from above, or all kinds of stuff. Now, I think Slug Shot is the most generally useful, because in a lot of cases you find your shotgun users stuck out of range, and then they can't run to get close into range. So, it gives them options. So as far as this guy, let's see, fire in the hole, rockets are more accurate, or roast. I think it's supposed to be roust, but roast, whatever. Special flamethrower shot that does limited damage but forces enemies to change their position, or suppression. I feel like fire in the hole is just, yes. I probably second option would have been suppression. Just because of the way that I use them there. But I think fire in the hole would be better just because when you only have 1 rocket, you really can't afford to miss. Let's see, walk fire. Let's see, highly accurate plus 30 shots, but uses 2 ammo, and can't really crit more than likely. Plus personal confers plus 30 crit chance against adjacent targets. Bonus declines with distance from target. That's weird. This is not the same as it was in Enemy Unknown. In that one, it was basically run up. If you're within the attack circle, you get a free shot. But no such luck. And then Ever Vigilant, if you spend all of your actions on moves, you can get an automatic Overwatch shot at the end of the turn. I feel like that's really handy, because I usually have him running around the back there. Give him a little bit more variety in terms of what he can do. Revival, Sentinel, or Combat. I think Revival's going to be more useful. We spend a lot more time running around. Basically, Combat is higher damage against robots, and you get a free attack against somebody. That more or less can't miss as far as I'm aware. Really handy as far as taking out robots, but more than likely we're going to be running away more than actually fighting robots, and by that point we should have EMP rounds, I would hope. I don't actually know how you unlock EMP rounds in this one. But yeah, Revival, if somebody gets hit by a drone, then it lets them get back on their feet. Alright. So it's something I also like about Xenonauts and all the character portraits. Now one person looks happy to be there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that part is perfect. They did a really good job of setting the mood with that one. Let's see, promote. Where do we want this Riddick looking guy to be? Launch grenade? Fitting. But I mean, if he's going to be the actual lone mercenary, he needs to have his micro missiles and his laser gun. Or actually, not his laser gun, but his heat gun. But he doesn't have one. By the way, Jim West is supposed to have his trench coat. I couldn't tell you why he decided to save with this. I think it's because I had him on the end game during a campaign and must have accidentally hit the save button or something. So he's just got weird, fancy power armor now. That's fine, but we got a gunner, so that works. Force under strength, no income, no intel. We're dumb, broke, and have no friends. Thank you, game. Alright, we can manage our squads, though. So this is going to be like basically our A team. Right. So we want her out of the squad. Because I want these guys to be my sneaky team. Alright, so she's taken out of there. We need a name for the sneaky team. Sorry, I had to mute it for a second because sneezes. Alright. See, complex character builds that are constructed over a long period of time are great. Add some tension when permadeath is at the core. Yeah, and that's something the Long War's always been really good at. Now, and again, the downside with Long War 2 is, despite everything, it's a finely balanced, incredibly created thing, but good God, is it boring! The setting of it is just bleak and depressing and no fun whatsoever. That's why I like Long War of the Chosen. It's technically the same mod, with a whole bunch more stuff going on. You got the whole spy ring thing going on. You got fun little banter going on with your bosses that are chasing you around through several parts of the game. It's great. Anyway, actually I should probably go make more coffee. This empty cup is not boding well. So, need a team name. So far the Team Tornado, that's kind of meh. But it's basically going to be the sneaky team, so the one that just went out there, and anybody else that wants to join them at any given time. So we've got Solid Snake, you've got the King from Legend of the Dragoon, you've got Mace from the old DOS Avalon game, and then you've got Appleboy from Armored Core. We'll pretend that makes sense. Anyway, I'll be right back. What if we give it Sharks? Team Sharknado? Oh, hell yes. Beautiful. Alright. Team Quebec, I don't really know what their deal is. I think they're just an extra. Either way, let me go grab some coffee real quick. One sec. Oh, Manatee NATO? Or potatoes? Potnado. Where is it? Squad management. Yes, I know we're broke, man. I know. Perfect. Manatee, Potnado. Clearly just rolls off the tongue. One quick second. Okay, and back. Yeah, that took a little bit of a minute, but on top of some delicious coffee, might be potentially getting revenge on the fruit flies over here. Alright, let's see. Oh, hi there, Alice. See, I'll end my LM all missions run, spent like an hour catching Morphigs and Gato Grottos, and everyone's got the Sapien trash pile. Oh, I'll like show up at some point. I mean, do you know its name? Let's see, doing great. Let's see, waiting on Pin's Needle, see about getting antibodies. Turns to no 13 months straight. Huh, alright, well at least they're finally looking like they'll do it. That's some good news. Yeah, that's some crap. But it feels like a lot of things are probably getting denied all over the place because stuff's a bit haywire. Just, oof. Hope it gets better, man. But yeah, it's something. It's something. It's at least a step forward, if nothing else. So you need a game to get addicted to, getting bored of so many things. Well, what are you feeling like right now? Oh man, new income, still 0. Sure glad we're running that much in the negative. God, we're broke. I forget how you actually get income, now that I think about it, because... yeah, supply drop is nothing. Did we just not get income? I'm actually not sure. Alright, so they've got one... yeah, they've got 1 day till their mission goes off. We're apparently too dumb to make contact with anybody right now. But if you need a game to get addicted to, there's always Felseal. That one's pretty amazing. So you're feeling the itch to play Front Mission 5, to be honest, but the thoughts of configuring PCSX2 unmotivates me. How is Front Mission 5? Actually, just aside from Front Mission 2 and 3 and being somewhat vaguely aware of the one on SNES, I haven't actually played much of the series. Like, I know Evolved was just beyond garbage, but I didn't... come to think that I didn't think there was a 5. Actually, weirdly enough, having watched Front Mission Evolved, it's weird that with a few tweaks, it probably could have been a pretty okay game. We never played it? It's ready for other strategy games? Yeah, I know, I love 3. 2 was... interesting. I feel like I probably would have been really interested in 2, but then just it didn't quite happen. We need somebody Corporal Plus. Nobody's available right now because they're too busy doing stuff. Holy crap, aim plus 6. Gunner. Yeah, Jim West, the gunner here. Definitely that. Why? Oh, costs 5 AP. Okay. Gotcha. See, intel collection. We can recruit skirmishers or locate a faction. Oh, crap. Fruit fly chainsaw just fell over. 1 sec. Alright, yeah, sorry about that. We got these little annoying fruit flies all over the dang place, and so I tried this trick I used to do in Florida, where you'd essentially take a piece of fruit, put it in a little cup, and then you'd put a fan right next to it, and then they just get sucked in and shredded. Seems to be doing the job, but unfortunately I put it too close to a thing, and it just kind of fell into a into some dishes that I was letting soak, and the thing just started chopping up water, so I gotta let that dry off for a little bit. Plus side, it's way cleaner now. So I was thinking 4, Story 5 makes you go through all the games. Lore, you basically are the one guy that survives all that crap and to go from soldier to general by the end of the game. Dang. My fruit fly chainsaw just fell over his statement. I'm having a hard time parsing. It's almost exactly what it sounded like. Yeah, no, it works. I mean, they're light enough that they just get sucked in and shredded. It's again, multi-government conspiracy, but do they get away with the gold? See, that's the thing. I gotta try 5. That sounds amazing. Oh wait, is it 4 or 5 in this particular instance? I don't know, but we're gonna send 2 of these guys out. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna send the old Phantasy Star 4 team out. Oh, they actually tell you your risks of failure and wounding now. Interesting. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, do that. Truth be told, I wasn't even going to do this at first, but... well, it's pretty fantastic. That, like, originally I turned off all mods and everything in preparation for the tournament that's coming up. Yes, Sean, shut up. I really hate this particular message, because it plays all game. Yes, I know what engineers do. Stop talking! Until you become bald, you are not the right Shen. Anyway. Alright, let's see here. They're alerted. So suddenly from 7 to 9, they're up to 16 to 18. Alright, can we boost that? And suddenly they're gone down to 13 to 15. Okay, you can basically spend some of your brain bucks to kill off some of their units before you get there. It's still going to be a pretty rough one. Let's see, 4 is good, but I think it's the weaker ones. FM5 is the amazing one. Would love to watch stream and discovering it. Something akin to a Hellgate dungeon. How do you do that in a front mission game? Like, is it like 3 where you basically download the Hell dungeon? I mean, in that case, it's more training maps, which, by the way, I was routing out a solo run of FM3 ages ago, and it's kind of amazing how cheesy you can get with it. Like, technically speaking, it prevents you from ever getting an S rank, and I'm not sure what that technically affects, but you can basically just download one of the early game training maps, and, let's see, it's just a procedurally generated dungeon? Weird. But yeah, no, like with From Mission 3, for those that didn't know, it has this whole internet system. And you can basically put in codes in particular sites to get access to particular parts and files and whatever else. And early on, you just can get some, sorry about that, some access to training maps and things. And you can basically just sit there training up your units, grinding up all their weapon skills. And it's basically like a One Vision type scenario where your weapon skills are kind of far and beyond everything else in terms of usefulness. So you can get to the point that you're unlocking all these extra abilities on everybody, gaining extra levels on everybody. I mean, you don't gain that much overall level experience, but just the fact that you can get extra ability points, you can get different skill abilities, you can unlock a bunch of skills off your parts, because that's kind of how it works in that game. You have skills assigned to certain pieces of your mech, and then occasionally, like, once the right circumstances are met, they're like, oh, I can do, counter hit, and suddenly they're like, oh yeah, I blocked that thing and punched that dude's arm off, because this sweet bicep I got taught me it. Stuff like that. See, I was going to make a Comcast 2 provides internet-like system, and I lagged out and was too afraid to make the joke as they just cut my connection. They know. They know. They legitimately have a conspiracy around here where nothing but Comcast is allowed to work at this apartment complex, and they let you know about it too. So yes, literally Front Mission series, you can discover lots of things on the internet. Amazingly not porn though. Yeah, it's really PG. Which, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just a very clean future. Alright, what are we even doing here? Break into holding cells, extract everybody. Okay. So it's a jailbreak. Yes, I know that there was a thing that just told me what it was. So we've got 36 turns to get it done. Like I said, I'm not playing this with normal turn timers. Like, Long War 2's turn timers are intense. Because in this case, they basically expected you to do this in 18 turns. You basically go in, infiltrate 2 different buildings, fight off waves of people, and then get out. And you're basically discovered the second you actually touch one of them. Or as soon as you hack one of their doors. So the best bet here, we're going to kind of sneak up to the doors, approach them from 2 different sides, open them up, and just run out of here. And this is going to be a much larger map, given by the fact that it's kind of being a little janky at the moment. So we're going to have a couple of them, probably Yellow Boat and anyone else with low mobility, just kind of sitting and guarding the way out. All the others are going to have to charge in and try to get to that other door. Because we need at least 3 units going to their respective doors. And at any point, if one of these ends up finding themselves discovered, well, likely they're just going to have to be abandoned.
On it.
Like, and that's the thing, you don't always have the opportunity to pick up all your units or anything.
10 seconds. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
You just gotta run like hell.
Good to go.
Who are these two anyway? Ah, whatever. We'll worry about it once we can actually see them. So return the Switch to MiFi next month, but don't tell Comcast. It's working for work, plus Netflix, plus Kindles, plus game systems. Now and see if it can handle those PC games at the same time. Depends on how many PCs you're running. God, I wish we had anything but Comcast. We have literally tried every single other thing that's available in the state, and there's nothing. So, excuse me, I just saw that it's Long War of the Chosen. Is the mod in a good state now? Yes. Yes, Long War of the Chosen is pretty much done, all things considered. Also, oh my. Well, you know what? Actually, the numbers are pretty alright here. I mean, this is just begging for an Overwatch trap, actually. We can't sneak most of them out. They're gonna get patrolled into, so, like, that cat's out of the bag one way or another. Here. Drink some coffee, make this decision. Alright, so we got 2 to 4 damage on everybody. 1 grenade right there would be good for dealing with those 2 troopers. They've got a drone up there. Do we have any specialists with us? Whatsoever. Okay, no, we've got 3 that can't even properly engage. I think what we might want to do is run around this corner, tell me if there's anything there. Also, you have no idea how tempted I was to call it Woe of the Chose. I don't know why that name keeps sticking to me. It's so stupid. I just keep thinking, I keep imagining like Bill and Ted, like, wow, it's the long Woe of the Chose, man. It's been stuck in my head for months, too. Yes, I retain terrible jokes for that long. Don't question it. See, because I'd feel better doing a grenade on those 2. It's more likely to potentially get a kill. The others can scratch these down. Especially if this one's doing rifle. Definitely don't steady weapon and accidentally trigger the entire map this time. Alright. This is a atrociously bad idea, but it's happening. What is this? One sec. Heckin' yeah, just got a job that I can do from home that isn't retail that pays so crappily that it's not even worth going. Alright, let's see. Wish Crusader Kings 3 would release tomorrow? Yeah, and speaking of, Crusader Kings 2, has it been free this whole time? Because sweet Jesus, I just noticed the other day that it was free. I was like, I've wanted to try this for ages. How is this free? This sounds amazing! Alright, so I think what we're going to do, we're actually going to grenade with this guy, and we're going to let Kurt Hectic take the shot. Or maybe we want to have her do the grenade, have Yellowbow take the shot. Yes, I know, my character pool makes no sense. Who here remembers MDK? I do. I freaking love MDK. It is a very good series. Alright. Let's proceed with terrible idea number 5,052,000,052. There we go, one's gone. Hopefully Kurt can finish off the other one. See, since last Christmas, if I remember correctly? Perfect. They knew that people would want to explore the Earth as a friggin' medieval king or some crap. Peep, 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 peep. Oh god, no, they sent the drone. They sent it first. All the bullets are gone. Oh no. Yeah, those things are a bit of a pain in the nads, as it were. So now none of those guys end up getting hit. Shoot. Yeah, that plan backfired immediately. Half of them can expect to get flashbanged. At least one person's getting marked, if not two. Basic trooper guy's probably injuring someone, because they're all in crappy cover too. Oh god. Oh god, the entire map's angry again. Yeah, bear in mind, those guys, it doesn't show them as activating as a pod, but they're active right now. I mean, the entire map will be active every time, but still. Please miss. Rude. Stop rolling maximum stun every time. Come on now. More blatants. He's trying to shoot America. But he missed. He's simply too, I guess, confused by all the freedom or something. Alright, let's see. See, I say that as we literally have secret police rounding people up right now, but hey, you know? So this is a deep dive, but back to your Legend of Mana run. You hit the jungle level hunting Ducati. You left the opening area and heard someone shout for help and ignore them, then got lost in the jungle for an hour. This is true. You can definitely have lots of fun. Try... Oh, wait, hang on. XCOM 2 on a SSD, those loading times look longer than usual. No, they're just standard old, friggin' decade-old hard drive that I'm amazed still works. So you can definitely have lots of fun. Try feature challenge rulers or tutorial island. Ireland for the first island. This can be very overwhelming. Have at least 1,000 hours, so you can definitely backseat you to teach mechanics. Yeah, I used to watch a ton of that. It's like one of my... there was this guy I used to watch a ton of back in the day. It was 1F Jeff. I think he does streaming stuff at this point, but I don't usually go and look stuff up on Twitch. And he doesn't really put stuff on YouTube anymore. Because usually I'm trying to go through my list of 3,000 different things I'm trying to look through on the YouTube Watch Later list. I think it's seriously up to about 3,200 at this point. Alright, I'll get one on there to give a decent shot of one of these guys finishing it off. As we can't get a good grenade. Please take it out. Thank you. Perfect. So as soon as they wake up, they're going to collect that loot. We don't have to worry about it. Right. You can reload. And can you make that? No, he can't quite get a grenade through that window, but the flashbang's got a little extra range. You can go ahead and prevent them from seeing. Come on, magic tile. Just landed on that coffee table. So you can just play that level, went back to help a person shouting for help. It spawns a Lillipede that guides you through the forest in one go, no getting lost. I saw that, actually. I did run into that. I don't know which run it was that I found them on, but I did actually run into that particular event. My god, it's mind-blowing how much stuff they have in Legend of Mana. It's ridiculous. Please don't get shot at over here. I just wanted to take a long dash move here. Is that safe? Not really, but whatever.
Locked and loaded.
Right. See if we can get this guy's wall blown out at least. Single out for YouTube, found you there. From Sony X Division's comments, the other Norwegian guy that plays an amazing game. Sony is Sharon, by the way. I'm not sure if that's meant to be like a Sony joke or if it means something else. I don't speak Norwegian Japanese. But yeah. All of them Norwegians like their strategy games apparently, and also that guy would have been dead if the thing had targeted the right tile. Okay. He's still marked. We're definitely taking injuries. That's not a question. It's an inevitability, and oh my god, no. That's some bad timing. What I usually do for jailbreaks in LWOTC is just, like, pop the doors open and bail. Like, if she gets doors, great. If she can get to all of them, great. But one way or another, we're trying to run. Like I said, they immediately get to attack. Don't die. Oof. Brutal. See, Legend Man is amazing, but they need to explain a lot of its mechanics better. Wait, what to what? Yeah, but how do you even explain all those mechanics? I think it's part of the thing. See, the more I play LOM, the more I think of what I consider mistakes or deliberate choices, like having to talk to somebody twice, or leaving a room and come back and talk to... Oh, no, well, there goes America. Or leaving a room and coming back to talk to someone to progress the story. I think it's designed to force you to walk around and explore without feeling like there's one fast path through everything. Yeah, it's chaos. It's pure unmitigated chaos. Kind of love it for it. Please stop hitting every shot. I'm well aware of the mistakes here right now. Nobody needs to point them out. There goes another one. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Okay. But see, that's how they tempt you here, because they're like, you get 3 units. How many units are you going to lose to get those 3 units? Alright, take those flank shots. They can crit and take out the engineer here. But I think there's probably way too many to risk losing anyone else. We're gonna have to try to fight out of here. That's a surprisingly good shot, or a surprisingly good tile, actually. You should paint all your soldiers red if you're going to keep this trend going. Rude. See, it's not necessarily disagree with you. Got lost and sometimes frustrated. The more I play, the more deliberate it feels. Fair. Sorry, I completely lost track of who was saying what exactly, if I got some of those mixed up. I keep hitting tab, but I don't see units. Right. See, annoyingly, they're still stunned.
Moving to Overwatch.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was going to be just the trooper guy shooting. Crap. Well, there goes Leon. This is going great. Yeah, if not for the group on the left, it would have made sense just to keep going forward and fighting, but I was also counting on the one that's still stunned over there to actually get a move at some point. For some reason, they're still stunned. Their stun was only 4, so why is it lasting so long? God, even more brutal! They're like, oh no, we didn't just kill your friend, we brought them back as a zombie to attack you. Okay, finally, she's not stunned anymore. Everybody's bleeding out. Okay, got a hacking PCS. That's pretty useful, actually.
Got the package.
It's got really good odds of taking out one of them. Technically speaking, what we can do, you circle around here, take out this guy. You circle around here, try to take a shot at this guy. You flashbang that one. Is it a good plan? No.
Not a problem.
No follow-up, just no. For some reason, you can't take a shot at this guy. Alright, take a shot at this one then. Fair? Okay. Because we need units going down. Like, at this point, we might as well just stubbornly stick it out.
You know that was good. Weapons empty, can't engage. Got your stuff here.
Like, thing is, if we can manage to find a way out of this, then we've got some really good potential rewards waiting. Right. Actually, you're gonna try and delay these two.
Need a light?
So yeah, close range bonuses are probably gonna make up for that disorientation. You know what? I'm gonna play the new old story of Seasons Friends Mineral Town. What? No idea what that is. And yeah,
Incoming fire!
we're going pretty dire with this. To be fair. Thankfully, they're finally missing shots.
Taking fire over here!
And here's the thing: if this goes the way that I think it goes, they're gonna keep moving that zombie up. Fine. They've got 2 sectoids then. We've got plenty of time here. If we can potentially fight our way out of this. Essentially that means we replace the units that we lost, we get the supplies and crap from the mission. Shouldn't have moved him up, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Thankfully this guy didn't move. Banner Moshes. Oh, come on, man. It's like 20% chance for that to happen. Thank you very much.
Ready to go.
Right. Why is this full tile, but full cover, but that isn't? Alright, you move up there. Then you need to sprint somewhere. And let's see, they've got a roof walking tile over there, so we probably want to go here.
Above is in.
It's a sprint, so they're going to be pretty hard to hit there, especially with how many tiles they've got to move. Oh, and successful mind control. I mean, why not?
Can't fight it! I think I need some help.
That zombie's probably going to wear off in another turn. I believe they only last 3 or 4 turns. Yes, yes, yes. And of course they roll high. Naturally. Hmm. Well, on the plus side, I'm sure we can find one. Yeah, or at least mobile unit. I was gonna say if we have one more relatively fast unit, we might be able to do something here. Let's go hide under a bridge. That sounds like fun.
Stepping off.
RNG is not feeling it today. It's like mind control, I think, is 60%. So that sucks. Most of their attacks would have been about 60% range, so that sucks. Most of the constant rolling low also was about, I think that was like 30-40%, something like that. Either way, it's not going too hot. So I guess we'll get at least one character out of here. See, if we get out of here, he technically lives. Because he counts as captured.
Sure thing. Weapons empty. Can't engage. Ready to boogie.
Well, that sucks. So we're not getting all that stuff in.
Commander, we failed in our mission. We'll need to review our tactics and improve going forward.
Seems about appropriate.
I think we need more dead aliens to get the effect we're going for.
Jeez. Yeah, thanks. Friggin' spicy over here. Like, oh yeah, sorry. Your reminder of how badly this went sucks because you didn't kill anything. Ah, jeez.
The true power of Advent is unleashed upon our enemy, and they crumble. We do not hide in the shadows. We bask in the Elder's light.
Yeah, they get all cult happy if you lose. Yeah, no. If that, I mean, to be fair though, that's probably a good sign if they're like, oh, that was our full everything, and it's like 15 people. Yeah, it's pretty winnable. Anyway, so since he was mind controlled, we can get Kurt back.
Upgrade our gear, whatever it takes.
But at least we got a PCS out of it, and we got a scope out of it, and a laser sight, which is weird because I think Kurt was technically holding those. Alright. But we need recruits now. We needs the recruits, because their barracks is looking pretty empty. Right, Phantom. That's really fitting. She got out of the mission, she's like, you know what, I'm a hide now. Stealth, please. That works. Alright, what do we got next? So we ideally want more difference. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, no, hack a workstation, okay. We'll send the sneaky team.
Commander, I'm getting faint traces of a signal coming through. Someone on the ground is trying to reach us. I can't make it out. Keep your eyes peeled for possible contacts down there.
Okay, cool. So this can get it up to 200%. Pretty much guarantee everything is going to go well. Stick a shinobi on there. Yeah, that's looking alright.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Alright, let's see if we get a... Well, scientist would be good. Causing soldiers to trigger combat rush whenever they crit?
Setting course for
Interesting.
Sector 14.
See, like, set reps also just add interesting stuff to the missions. Basically, they're just like weird conditions that happen. Like in that other one, they were basically saying there's free recruits on the ground. Let's see, 4 randos. Hey, you died in the last campaign. Also, we can actually give Boone his beret now that we have mods again. There we go. Sweet Jesus. Tad much? Yeah, 22 to 24.
For the Arctic.
That can't be right. Like, they can get it down to 16 to 18, but yeah, no, they're gonna be running the entire time. I'm a Dark Souls crossbow. Perfect. This makes so much sense. Don't question it, it's fine. We just have crossbows laying around. Funny part is the only reason that it works is because one of the DLCs gives you a crossbow. Except, you know, in context it makes a bit more sense.
Setting course for the Arctic territories.
Oh crap, I just sent the wrong team out, didn't I?
Course for East Asia.
I have no idea what just happened because I thought I just told them to do that.
Sky Ranger.
Menace ready to deploy.
Whatever, I'm confused. All these mechanics are confusing.
The Arctic.
We're definitely not doing so hot, but it's fine, we're gonna try. Get debris cleared, we got 47 bucks from it, fantastic. We can't afford to build Jack, so I don't know why we're even looking at this. Next room then. Like, basically spy stuff and digging through storage is how we're making any income right now.
Our actions have succeeded, and the
Okay.
elders grow fearful.
Beautiful. So what can we do? Locate factions? No. Recruit people? No.
Commander, at this point we've committed so many of our soldiers to conducting covert actions that we're running low on manpower for our own tactical operations.
Yeah, shut up.
We'll need to recruit new forces if we're going to keep this up.
We can't recruit anybody, we're too broke. Unfortunately, we need some of them back from infiltrations in order to be able to do some of the better missions. Alright, these two can become friends, though. That works. Kind of. Anyway, so I think we're gonna have to call that there for today. I gotta get going. So guys, have a good one, take care, and I will see you later.